I always tell children when they're researching a subject, I said, don't start with the dates if you're doing Churchill, and just start with, like, did he have pets as a kid? You know, what did he like to eat? And I say, and then go online and find menus from the time that he was around and find out what his steak and kidney pie cost. I said, start with the details, the small little details, the everyday details of a person's life. What were the fashion? World War I, don't start with Archduke Ferdinand, because I can never understand. It's like, Archduke Ferdinand, World War I. Start with, what was the music of the time? What were the popular foods? You know, if people in Chicago, what were the ethnic groups in Chicago? Start with the things that you can relate to, that you would want to know about a person. Another exercise I do with children, it sprang from my book, Maricha, a 19th century American girl, which is based on the memoir she left behind and her family's archives that are at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in New York City. And I tell children, I said, I was able to do this book because her family, well, they were upper middle class. They were able to leave behind artifacts from their lives. And I said, do you realize, say if I'm in the Bronx where I live, I'll say, in 100 years, a writer's gonna wanna write a book about kids in the Bronx in the 21st century, and they're gonna go to archives and libraries to look for material. And I said, what are you gonna leave behind so that you and your block and your people will be in the history books? I said, history is made up of what people leave behind. So when I have the time, I've done extended exercise, I said, get a shoebox or some container and put in the things that are really important to you, that you're gonna leave behind. And I find it is amazing what children come in with. And they're very serious, and they're very caring. And I've even done it with kids where the teacher says they're rough, they're tough, but one will say, this was the bracelet my best friend in first grade gave me. Or this is a photograph of myself and my siblings before we went into foster care. And they start to, and I say, and this matters. This tells a story. And you can even do it without having them bring it in. You can do it and say, on a board, what are you gonna leave behind? And they'll say, and I'll say, okay, how will we know if you traveled? Maybe a map pinpointing all the places you went. How will we know your favorite foods? And they'll say, a menu. And I say, how will we know how to pronounce your name? We'll leave a recording. My name is so-and-so. How will we know about your everyday? I'll leave behind my journal, my diary. And I think that exercise encourages some kids, I think, to keep diaries and journals and to keep artifacts from their life. And what it does, more than anything else, it tells them that they matter.